Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to our dining series.
Yay.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, so before we went to Florida in May, we started doing a Walt Disney World dining series, and we wanted to just do one-off reviews for all of our favourite restaurants and talk about them. So check down below for the links to the other 3 we've already done. So I think we're going to have about 10 in total.
We're going to have quite a few.
So what have we done so far?
So we've done Tosca House, we've done California Grill, and I know you all know how much we love California Grill.
Oh yeah.
And we also did Ohana, and in the Ohana vlog you can see me shaking the maracas around and having a good time, and that's what it's all about. So yeah.
Absolutely.
It was a good series.
So we've really enjoyed doing these videos, and today you will have seen in the title, but we are covering
the Sci-Fi Dine-In, or Sci-Fi Diner, that's how we like to call it.
I think it's officially called the Sci-Fi Dine-In,
yeah,
but we call it the Sci-Fi Diner, so...
Yeah. You guys know what we mean.
Just for clarification today, it's the same place.
Yeah. So if you hear us say 2 things, it's like it's the same place.
So we're really excited to talk about this restaurant.
Yes. So the Sci-Fi Diner, or Dine-In, is literally one of our favourite restaurants, especially in Hollywood studios. We've been numerous amount of times over the last, how many years we've been going, and always had amazing service and food. It's just fantastic. Yeah,
so just to talk to you firstly about the location, Sci-Fi Dine-In is located at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I always say it's just near the Star Wars ride, but more officially, you can probably say
the commissary lane.
Yes.
Commissary lane. Yeah.
So you've got the bit where the ABC commissary is, and Meet Mickey and Minnie, and then the diner is right there. And one of the really nice features out front is
one of the actual cars. It's basically kind of like a replica of the booths that you sit in the restaurant itself, which is a great opportunity to have a photo taken. If maybe you've got a little bit of a wait before your table, you can get in the car and have a photo.
Yeah, or even if you're not dining, if you just want to have a picture, you can.
Just go in, climb in and have a picture.
Reservations. I highly recommend making a reservation for Sci-Fi Diner. It really does get booked up, and we found sometimes we've just not been able to get in there. So online, 180 days before, nothing to pay, just make your reservation through your My Disney Experience account, and it just makes things a lot easier, especially when the parks are busy.
Definitely. In terms of opening times, well, first of all, it's lunch and dinner.
Yeah, no breakfast.
No breakfast. Opening times is from 10:30. So if you're somebody who maybe doesn't mind having a little bit of an early lunch, and you don't have a reservation, then definitely arrive at 10:30. Let them know, and they may well be able to squeeze you in, or certainly you probably wouldn't have long to wait.
Yeah, we've done that. Once before we had a really late reservation. I think it was like in the afternoon, so we ended up going there just before 11, and they managed to seat us straight away.
Definitely. And by the time, if you arrive at 10:30, by the time you eat, it might be gone 11, and yeah, it's close enough to lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is 1 table service credit from the dining plan. So when you arrive at the restaurant, you'll check in with a cast member, and you'll be held in a sort of reception area, but you won't be able to see anything. You'll need to wait for your name to be called by a cast member. And then when they call you, they'll actually take you back to the 50s.
Yeah, they keep it really secret, don't they? They sort of, when you just walk in, it's just like wooden walls.
Yeah. You
can't really get any sort of sense of so it's really well hidden. So people walking past
might just think, oh, that's quite...
What is it?
What is that? Yeah. So you don't get much of a reveal when you check in, and then you get taken through, it's explained to you how you get taken back to the 50s. And then you get taken around the corner, and you're greeted with this amazing setting where you've got this massive cinema type screen, and Luke will come onto this now, but the seating is just phenomenal. Yeah,
you feel like you've really gone back into a 50s drive-in. It's so classic, and there's loads of seating options. So the majority of the seating is in a booth, and you've got cars literally all the way across, as you can see there, and the booths actually take 6 people, so 2, 2, 2. And so you're always technically seated with other people, but it's quite private, isn't it?
It is private.
There's like a little glass screen in between. You can request the front of the car or the back of the car, whatever you prefer. We've actually sat in all 3 positions, haven't we?
I prefer being the driver because you know I'm used to driving on holidays, so
yeah.
You know, let's not break a habit there.
So, but we realise that not everyone wants to sit in a booth, so there are other options as well. You've got cars that have got some tables with them, so it's kind of like you're sitting sideways, but you still get to enjoy a car. And there's also some little tables at the back with umbrellas, isn't there?
Yes, yeah.
So there's options for everyone, and you can take in the movie that's playing.
Yes, and if you're somebody who definitely wants a booth and to experience that, a reservation is highly, highly recommended.
Yeah. I think the main seating, I'd probably say about 75% of it is booth seating.
Yeah.
So, but there's still options for everyone. And the theatre itself, so it's very dark in there. That's one thing to note. So it's quite hard to see your food.
Yeah, you have these little lights inside the vehicle that sort of light up your eating area, but it is, I know what you're saying, it is quite dim in terms of the lighting.
Yeah, and while you're there, you'll have movies playing.
Yeah.
All sorts. And there's one particular one that Rich always sings, isn't it? He wears short shorts.
He wears short shorts.
Yeah, so if you hear that when you're in there. But there's like, I think it was Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
And there's like an alien one, isn't there?
There's like, it's really retro, it's 50s, but it's these weird and wonderful creatures. Some of them are like really, really big, like oversized creatures that are terrifying, meant to be terrifying, and I'm sure they were back then.
Yeah, like classic films.
Classic films. So it's kind of quirky, but it's different. The whole experience is just amazing.
It really is, and it's lovely and cool in there, so that's one of the nicest things. We only ever do lunch for Sci-Fi Diner. We haven't done the dinner, no particular reason, but just it's always suited us to do lunch, and we really enjoy it. So the type of food at Sci-Fi Diner is very much diner style food. So we're going to go into a little bit of some specifics in a minute, but drinks, they are known for their milkshakes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there's an Oreo milkshake which is so nice.
We've had that. We can vouch for the Oreo milkshake.
It's so good. And they also have the Coke Freestyle products, and you always like to get your vanilla Coke, don't you?
Diet vanilla Coke is my personal favourite.
Yeah.
You just go for standard Diet Coke, but I like jazzing it up a little bit.
Yeah, but they do really nice options. We are quite attached to the turkey sandwich that they do. It's really nice. We've had that a few times. And I think on one of our other visits I had a burger and it was really good.
And the fries, they do the chunky fries, don't they?
Yeah.
So not like the McDonald's style thin fries. These are like big chunky fries. They're so good.
They are. And we've always found that there's specials on, so they'll often tell you when you arrive at the specials. But some menu options.
Yes, let's get into the food. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a taster as to what types of food is covered at the restaurant itself. For appetizers, there's things like onion rings and salads. For appetizers, you've got the classic pasta and wraps and burgers.
That's for your entrees.
Entrees, pasta wraps and burgers, and even steak. There is a steak item on there as well. And desserts is ice cream, donuts, and I think the shakes. I
saw a s'mores thing as well on there. We've often been too full to actually have dessert, so we'll be honest and say we haven't, but when we went with our family, they had ice creams and they were lovely.
Yeah,
we did have a little bit. So, most important thing before dining anywhere in Disney is to have a look at the menu online before you go, and you can get all the pricing on My Disney Experience as well.
Yes.
So it's always good to research before. There's some options we've looked at that nothing really appeals to us, so we haven't tried certain restaurants, but this one does.
This one does, definitely. And if you're not on the dining plan and you wanted a kind of sense of how much it might cost, so for appetizers we said around $8 to $10. For the entrees, they can range anywhere between $15 and approximately $30, and then the desserts are obviously around the $10 to $12. But that's if you're not on the dining plan.
Yeah, it's making us hungry talking about this.
Really hungry. So one of the other things we need to mention is on one of our recent trips, we had someone in our party that had a gluten intolerance, and something they do offer is an allergy-friendly menu. So don't forget to ask a cast member if you do have any allergy requirements, then let them know, and they should be able to produce a separate menu, and you could potentially find something on there that you could eat.
Yeah, and with all Disney restaurants, if it's your birthday, make sure you let them know when you check in. Make sure you've got your birthday badge on. Now with this particular restaurant, we got a free ice cream, And so I've got my pen here with my notes. We've got our Disney book here because we like to make notes for you to make sure we can remember everything.
Yes.
But Rich got a free ice cream and also got a free little plastic cup, didn't you?
I did, yep.
It was like a small kiddie cup, but it was a nice little gift.
We got some magic pixie dust sprinkled on us, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you're probably asking, why do we keep going back to the Sci-Fi Diner?
Yeah, it is for the service and just the whole experience, isn't it? We have had some of the best service of any Disney restaurants in Sci-Fi Diner. Whether we've just been lucky, I don't know. But one year we tipped the ladies 30%, didn't we? Because we just got, I mean, nothing was too much. We practically were friends by the end of it. It was brilliant. On our trip in September, you may have seen, but we ended up doing a class compliment because our server was just so helpful and just lovely. So it's just, the food's great and it's just a breakaway. It does make you feel like you're miles away from the park, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, another example was the lady that we had a few years back that was from the Isle of Wight. And she was so lovely, wasn't she? And these moments and these memories do stick out in our minds, and we do feel it's really important for us to recognise those moments in our travels. So
yeah, so we really hope you found this video useful. We will link our other dining reviews below, but it just leaves us to say stay tuned because there's lots more dining coming.
We're gonna do some more, yeah.
Yeah, we've got loads, haven't we? We've got like Coral Reef, Kona Cafe.
We've got plenty to keep.
I can't list them all off. 1900 Park Fair. So I don't know what's coming next, but do stay tuned for this series. They're all in the playlist. Yeah, we'll see you all very soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.